Hi everyone, this is Sarah at Health by Sarah. Today I want to show you how to make a traditional Indian recipe called dal, or just lentil soup. So let me show you how to do it. We're going to do it in the Instant Pot today. So the first thing we're going to do is turn it to the saute function. And I have already added a couple tablespoons of fat. I used coconut oil because I'm dairy free. But your other option is you could simply use ghee or butter, which is more traditional. You could use lard, but preferably a saturated fat because that's the healthiest kind of fat for you. Alright, so like I said, a couple tablespoons of whatever fat you choose. Next we're going to add a teaspoon of mustard seeds, brown mustard seeds. If you have other mustard seeds, that's fine, of course. So once we add the mustard seeds, we're going to wait until they bloom. And that is when they start popping. And let's take a look at some of our other ingredients. We have onion. I have one onion that I chopped up. I also have ginger, garlic, and jalapenos. So I have 1 inch of ginger that was peeled and I minced it, and 4 cloves of garlic that were minced, and half of a jalapeno that was minced. I didn't put in the seeds because my husband's stomach is a little more sensitive, but you can simply add the seeds if you like more heat. That's definitely more traditional Indian. So you could also use a serrano pepper. Next we have our spices. So we have 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of coriander, 1 teaspoon of cumin. We have 1 teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of garam masala, 1/4 teaspoon of cloves. And the salt can be adjusted depending on your taste. You may need more or you may need a little less. So let me mix this around a bit. Still taking a little bit of time. We also have a cup of lentils, I think slightly more than a cup when I measured it out, and I actually soaked these for about 48 hours by accident. You could simply just do it for 24 hours, but I did it in filtered water and a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and then I just simply drained it. We also have a ham bone, which I used to make a ham the other day. I cured my own ham. This isn't really traditional to Indian cooking because they don't really use pork very often, but I know it's traditional more in American cooking to use a ham bone in your beans, so that's what I'm doing for extra flavor and to make it more gelatinous, of course. Lastly, we have some chicken broth and some water. You could use all broth if you wanted. I didn't measure out enough broth before, and I think we're probably going to need some more liquid. So we're going to see approximately how much we have. And let's go ahead and add the onions in. Alright. So we still just have the Instant Pot on the saute function. Now if you don't have an Instant Pot, you could actually just do this right on the stove. The only difference is it's going to take a little longer because it's not a pressure cooker, but it's the exact same process. You would just cover it with a lid and have it on simmer for a few hours until the lentils are fully cooked. Alright, so some of these mustard seeds are already popping. And so I'm going to add in the ginger, garlic, and the jalapeno. You could use another spicy pepper if you wanted, like a serrano pepper, or something even spicier if you wanted. It just all depends on what you can handle and what your preference is. Alright. Take a look in here. It just smells wonderful right now. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the lentils. you know what? That was enough liquid. That was a whole quart of chicken broth. So I guess it depends on how long you've been soaking your lentils, how much liquid you might need. You might need less than me, or depending on how much liquid you want in your soup. So the next step, I'm gonna add my ham bone right into it. Get that little meat out of there too. And the last thing I'm gonna add is these spices. Just add it right in there. And again, you can adjust the salt to your preference if you want less or more. And that's about it. So now take a look at the Instant Pot again. The thing about the Instant Pot, to go to another function, you actually have to press the keep warm/cancel button. And we want to put it on bean/chili. And the next step, we're going to put the Instant Pot lid on and lock it, and make sure it's on sealing in the back. So once it comes to pressure, it's only going to take 40 minutes to cook this entire lentil soup. And once it's done, you can simply vent it in the back and then enjoy your lentil soup. This is Sarah from Health by Sarah, and I'll see you next time.